Inside, the Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi love story that feels like a rock ballad from Instagram DMs to I Do. Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi's romance is less a whirlwind and more a power ballad, equal parts sweet harmony and show stopping crescendos. What began as a digital friendship has blossomed into a full fledged fairy tale, replete with goats and diapers, couture wedding gowns, and a love that feels as timeless as a Bon Jovi anthem. Stranger DMs and familiar feelings. It's fitting that two members of Gen Z's A list connected in the most 2020s way possible through Instagram. Millie revealed during a Wired interview in late 2022 that she and Jake were friends for a bit after meeting online. Translation: they were DMing, FaceTiming, and falling head over heels through their screens before their first IRL meetup. But when they did meet in person, it wasn't just fireworks, it was liftoff. Jake channeled his inner rom-com lead by picking Millie up from the airport, proving that chivalry isn't dead. It just shows up in Ubers and group chats these days. The couple soft launched their romance on June 3rd, 2021, with a cozy selfie and a cryptic BFF heart caption from Jake. But if that was the prelude, the chorus hit hard and fast. Farm life, bottle feeding, and the Sleepy Goat Diaries. Fast forward to Domestic Bliss, except their version includes rescued animals, a Georgia farm, and goats that literally sleep in their bed. On the Smartless podcast, Millie painted a vivid picture of their unconventional home life. I started rescuing farm animals, she shared. The goats sleep in our bed and wear diapers. Jake and I would take shifts feeding them like they were our babies. And in a way, they kind of are. This wasn't just a quirky hobby. It was a warm-up act for the real dream, building a big family. I want to be a mom, Millie, now 21, declared. It's important for me to build my career as an actor and producer, but starting a family is something I've always wanted. Growing up as one of 4 siblings, she added, having a bustling household feels natural and inevitable. A couture wedding and 4 dress changes? Iconic. The couple made it official in May 2023 during an intimate ceremony. But, Millie wasn't stopping at simple. Come September, they jetted to Tuscany for an ultra-luxe celebration that served looks and love. Millie donned not 1, not 2, but 4 dresses. Because if you're going to be Mrs. Bongiovi, you do it with flair. She began the day in custom Gallia Le Havre, then switched to a rare 1993 vintage Valentino, slipped into Oscar de la Renta for the cake cutting, and closed the night dancing in a Vivienne Westwood mini dress that screamed fashion-forward bride. The year of Mrs. Bongiovi, she wrote on Instagram to cap off 2024. Full circle, right back to where their story began, on social media. Love at first FaceTime? Yep, it's real. In a rare, vulnerable moment during an interview with the Times of London, Millie confessed that her instincts screamed, "This is it," almost immediately. As soon as we spoke, I knew he was going to be a huge part of my life, she said. I ran to my mom and said, I really, really like him. Their first in-person meeting sealed the deal. After we met, we knew we never wanted to leave each other's side. That kind of clarity in young love is rare, but for Millie, it was simple. So much of life is overthinking, she explained. The one thing that made sense to me was him. Jake's POV, from floating head to future wife. In a playful September 2023 video for Florence by Mills, Jake took over makeup duties and recalled their first meeting. Having only ever seen Millie on a screen, he admitted, "You were just a floating head for a while." But the second they met face to face, instant spark. Their early romance played out like a Netflix original, cozy coffees in Manhattan, a romantic stroll under the Rockefeller Christmas tree, and eventually, trips to Millie's roots in England. By early 2022, she wasn't just infatuated, she was sure. The big conversations came early. Millie shared on the Call Her Daddy podcast that it wasn't all butterflies and brunch dates. They dove into deep discussions: politics, parenting, their dreams for the future. Heavy stuff for a couple in their early 20s? Maybe. But for Millie, it was validating. I'd never talked about things like that with boys before, she admitted. That's when I knew, okay, maybe I do want to be with you forever. Their red carpet debut came at the 2022 BAFTAs, and Jake proudly stood by Millie's side at the Stranger Things Season 4 premiere 2 months later, captioning the moment, "Congratulations, babe. You deserve the world love you." When Jake put a ring on it, in April 2023, Millie unveiled her engagement ring in an Instagram post featuring Taylor Swift lyrics, "I've loved you 3 summers now, honey. I want 'em all." The ring, it had sentimental roots. Millie's mom passed it down to Jake as P